Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. Welcome to the Windows Configuration, Managing Power Options, where we discuss power options using Windows settings and control panel. Topics include sleep and hibernate, configuring power buttons and lid options, power plans, and advanced power settings. As always, stick around for the practice questions at the end to test your knowledge and help you prepare for the A+ exam. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button. And if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel for more tech training content and technical know-how. Sleep and hibernate are power-saving states designed to balance convenience and energy consumption. Sleep allows for an instant resume by keeping open apps in memory, which is used for short breaks, while hibernate shuts down fully to save 0% battery while retaining all open files on disk, which is used for overnight and long breaks. Sleep mode, also known as suspend mode, standby mode, or suspend to RAM, is a power-saving mode that open documents and applications are maintained in memory while the computer goes into low power state. The computer is technically still on and providing power to the memory so that you won't forget its content. You can quickly resume normal full power operations within a few seconds. It relates to the Advanced Configuration and Power Interface ACPI S3 state. Hibernate mode, also known as suspend to disk, saves your open documents and running applications to your drive, specifically to a hidden system file named hyperfill.sys, which is located in the root directory of your boot drive. This allows your computer to turn off entirely, which uses no power. Once the computer is powered back on, it will resume everything where you left off. Hibernate takes longer to resume than sleep mode. This option is common on laptops and is used by fast startup. It relates to the ACPI S4 state. Hybrid mode is a combination of sleep mode and hibernate mode. Hybrid mode writes information to the hibernation file when the computer enters a sleep state, which allows for a fast wake time. If the system loses power completely and suddenly, you can restore operations from the hibernation file. When your machine enters sleep or hibernate, active network connections are typically terminated because the network hardware is powered down to save energy. Even if your PC kept the connection active internally, the remote server at the other end, like a website or game server, will eventually give up waiting for a response and close the connection on its side. You would then have to reconnect. In some instances, you may need to close the application and restart it. Whether software recovers depends entirely on how the specific program is designed to handle interruptions. Most modern browsers, such as Chrome and Edge, handle this well. When you wake the PC, they'll usually reconnect and refresh automatically once the internet signal returns. Most file transfers or active downloads will fail or pause. Some download managers can resume automatically, but standard browser downloads often require you to manually click resume. Online games and streaming almost always disconnect. Because the handshake between your PC and the server is broken, you'll likely be kicked to the main menu or see a connection lost error. Cloud syncs such as OneDrive or Dropbox are designed to be resilient, which means we'll simply pause and then automatically resume syncing once the connection restored after waking. Network drives, or NAS, connections to shared office folders or home servers often break, and you might see a red X on the drive in File Explorer and have to click it to reestablish the link. You may safely delete hyperfill.sys to free up significantly disk space, roughly equal to your RAM size, if you do not use the hibernate feature or fast startup. To remove it, use the command prompt as the administrator to execute the powercfg.h off command rather than manually deleting to avoid system errors. To restore the hyperfill.sys file, you would execute the powercfg-8 on command. Settings System Power allows you to specify when to turn off the screen after non-use and when for the system to go to sleep after non-use. For full control of power settings, you'll have to open the power settings from within the control panel. You can click the Additional Power Settings link. From the control panel power options, you have Choose what the power buttons do, choose your customized power plan, create a power plan, choose when to turn off the display, and change when the computer sleeps. If you click the Choose what the power buttons do, you can specify what happens when you press the power button. You can choose do nothing, sleep, hibernate, shut down, or turn off the display. You can also specify what happens when you press the sleep button. You can also specify when you can close the lid, which is available only for laptops. Shutdown settings are initially grayed out because they're protected by the User Access Control, or UAC. To make it available, you have to click the Change Settings that are currently unavailable option. The Fast Startup feature in Windows 11 allows your computer to start up faster after a shutdown. When you shut down your computer, Fast Startup will put your computer in a hibernation state instead of full shutdown. Fast Startup is enabled by default if your computer is capable of hibernation. To enable or disable Fast Startup, you would open Control Panel's Power Options, System Settings. In some cases, Fast Startup can cause problems with certain hardware components on your computer, such as USB devices, network adapters, or sound cards. When you click to choose when to turn off the display or change when the computer sleeps, you get the same settings that are available under Windows Settings. If you click to change Advanced Power Settings, you can get granular control for power settings for the various power plans. A power plan is a collection of hardware and system settings that manage how a computer uses power. Windows 11 includes 3 or 4 default power plans. Balanced or recommended balances performance with power-saving features. Power Saver saves power by reducing PC performance and screen performance so that it can maximize battery life. High Performance maximizes screen brightness and PC performance. And Ultimate Performance maximizes screen brightness and PC performance and prevents your PC hardware from going into idle state. Ultimate Performance is not available on all machines. You can configure the power plans by clicking Change Plan Settings and clicking Change Advanced Power Settings. When you click to choose when to turn off the display or change when the computer sleeps, you get the same settings that were available under Windows Settings. If you click to change Advanced Power Settings, you can get granular control for power settings for the various power plans. Hard disk, turn off hard disk after, specifies the amount of time of inactive use before mechanical disk will stop spinning. 0 indicates that it does not stop spinning. Wireless adapter settings power savings mode allows you to control power by selecting one of the following options: maximum performance, low power savings, medium power savings, and maximum power savings. If you need fast internet connections, use the maximum performance. If you don't need Wi-Fi, turn your Wi-Fi antenna off when you don't need it or use low power savings. USB Selective Suspend is a Windows power savings feature that allows the system to put individual USB ports into a low power suspended state when the connected device is idle. It is used to conserve battery power on laptops and tablets by powering down only specific idle devices like biometric scanners or mice, while the rest of the computer remains fully operational in an S0 state. It's different from Global Suspend as it targets specific ports or devices on a hub without affecting others that might still be active. It is found under Control Panel, Power Options, Change Plan Settings, Change Advanced Power Settings, USB Settings. You can then specify individual ports, Power Management tab, and Device Manager. Question: which sleep mode uses less power? Answer: Hibernate mode. Question: sometimes you want to maximize performance and other times you want to maximize battery life. What can you do to easily switch between the two modes? Answer: use power plans. Question: A computer keeps going to sleep when you shut the lid on your new laptop. What should you do to stop this? Answer: within the control panel power options, choose what closing lid does and select when I close the lid, do nothing. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, sleep mode, also known as standby mode, is a power saving mode that opens documents and applications are maintained in memory while the computer goes into a low power state. Hibernate mode saves your open documents and running applications, saves them to your drive, which allows your computer to turn off entirely, which uses no power. The fast startup feature in Windows 11 allows your computer to start up faster after a shutdown. Settings, system power, and sleep allows you to specify when to turn off the screen after non-use and when for the system to go to sleep after non-use. For full control of power settings, you'll have to open the power settings from within Control Panel. A power plan is a collection of hardware and system settings that manage how a computer uses power. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be configuring Windows Part 7 using ease of use. If you like this video, click the like button. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Thank you.